If you guys want to know my favorite song in the entire world, it is Just Got Paid by Insane. Just got paid Friday night. I know you're asking, Kenny, you're a finance YouTuber, you're not a singer, stop it. But that is my favorite song of all time because today is actually that day. It is payday, and I'm going to walk you guys through my dynamic payday routine. So let's dive right in and show you how I make my money, make me even more money. Let's roll. What's up, guys? This is your boy, Kenny Finance. Welcome to the channel where we make smart money moves. And the smartest thing you can do is look forward to payday and know and have a routine when it relates to your money. Now, just like how you have a face care routine, a nighttime routine, a golfing routine, or whatever it is routine, you need to have one for your hard-earned money. And this video is exactly for you if you want to take more control of your finances, if you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck, and if you want to execute on your money goals. This is for you, baby. Let's get it. And as a private equity investor on Wall Street, I make my money through three ways. One, getting a paycheck every single 2 weeks. And then I also get a bonus at the end of the year where I need to make serious decisions of how to deploy and invest that money. But then also I get some economics and carried interest as well. But we're going to focus on the salary and the bi-weekly paychecks of how to manage that payday routine. Before we do that, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button because you don't want to miss a beat when it comes to everything smart money move related. We talk about how to get income. We talk about how to invest income. We talk about how to build wealth. Everything you need is in our Smart Money Hub on the Kenny Finance community. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a beat. Going into our payday routine, step number one, verify your income. Now, I like to think the best of people, and I like to think that our employers will go and do the right by us. But sometimes people make mistakes. And what I want you to do is every single paycheck, I want you to do a quick review to make sure that they are paying you the hours you worked or the salary that you were promised, and ensure that your money is the right amount of money. So there may be times where you worked a little bit of overtime that they didn't account for, or there may be a bonus that you were expected to get at the end of this certain pay period that they didn't give you. So make sure they pay you what is owed to you. Go into your boss's office and say, yo, show me the money now. All right. So just verify the income that you get on your pay stubs. And also make sure you understand the difference between your gross and your net pay. The net difference is going to be the taxes you pay, as well as your contributions towards Social Security, taxes, all that other stuff. But then also I want you to check two other things, making sure that you are contributing to your 401k for your retirement and see if your employer can match your contributions. But then also make sure you're contributing the max amount to your HSA. And your HSA is your healthcare savings account if you have a high deductible health plan, and that allows for you to pay for qualified medical expenses tax-free. And I have a whole video on HSAs, but that thing can grow tax-free, and at a certain retirement age, whatever balance you have left can transition into a traditional retirement account. So you can grow and invest and pay for your medical stuff, but then also have a retirement saving in the background. So make sure you guys have an HSA. Now, step number two, taking care of the essentials first, paying the bills. Now, usually I get two checks, one on the 15th and then one on the 31st. And usually one of those checks covers all of my essential bills. And then the next one covers like my saving and investing playing that I do. But for the bills, I make sure that I cover my rent or the mortgage on some of my investment properties, my food and groceries and car payments. I pay all that stuff in full. And you want to know a cheat code to all this stuff is that my essential bills are already on auto payment. I'm not waiting to get my paycheck and then find out how much money I have and then spend it. I know what I get every 2 weeks. I know what my bills are, and I set all of my essential bills to auto pay so that I never miss a beat. Because the last thing you need is to fall behind on bills and not have stuff scheduled. So what I do is I have a schedule for every single bill that I have. I make sure that I pay it on time because it's already scheduled. And that way things are just moving in autopilot. It kind of sucks a little bit because once I get that first paycheck on the 15th, it's pretty much all gone because all my scheduled payments are around that time and I kind of just auto pay everything. But once that's taken care of and whatever I have left, I just toss it into investing. And then the second check that I get at the end of the month, I can kind of have a little bit of fun with. But it gives me the peace of mind knowing that all of my bills are paid. So make sure you guys sign up for auto pay and schedule your payments. Now, moving on to my discretionary paycheck, which is my second paycheck that I use for saving, investing, and non-essential spending. And for this, I stick religiously to my budgeting rules. And what that means is that I follow the 50-30-20 budget. And for me personally, I break it down as 50% of my income goes towards my needs, 30% goes towards my saving and investing, and then 20% goes towards my wants. So in practice, what I do is I take my income and I put that into my 50-30-20 budget tracker. And if you need a free copy, it is down below. Hit that link down below. You can download your own free copy to use every single week, every single month. And this is important because I am giving every single dollar that I have a job. The job can either be saving and investing. The job could be paying my essential bills on auto pay, or it could be for like fun expenses. All right. But I'm giving every purpose a job. There shouldn't be just cash just sitting around being like, oh, what should we do today? All right. If it's not being spent, it is going to be saved or invested. And then at the end of the month, whatever I have left after I've allocated 30% towards my saving and investing and I paid off all my bills, with that 20% bucket, which is like the fun money for personal expenses or non-discretionary spending, if I have not spent that entire bucket, I move it all into the saving and investing pile. So that should kind of be a flex. Sometimes it'll be 10%, sometimes it'll be 20%. But at the end of the day, I make sure that every single dollar has a job. So check out that tracker down below if you really need one. It saved my life financially and it could save yours too. And I just want to pause before we go into the next step to just give a moment on automation. Automation is the name of the game. We are living in a world where you can have your bills paid automatically. You can have your savings automatically deposited, and you can have your investments automatically invested. So I highly encourage you to put every single dollar that you own into a flywheel automated motion to put dollars into the right places. So I have my savings on auto savings with my high yield savings account. I have my investments on auto deposit and auto invest on Robinhood so that I never miss a beat when it comes to putting my money into a real job. And then it allows for me to like live stress-free financially because I know that my wealth generating and my saving and my budgeting systems are working for me. So automate everything as much as you can and give yourself the financial peace of mind to live your life stress-free. Now, my last step, which happens at the end of every single month. This is what I like to call my monthly review. And for this monthly review, I have a personal capital tracker, and it allows for me to track the progress on all of my savings. It allows for me to track the net worth that I have. It allows me to track the performance of my investments. I do this at the end of every single month, and I never miss a beat because then it allows me to understand how am I doing financially? It's kind of like an annual checkup with your doctor, but instead it's a monthly financial checkup. And it's super, super easy. I'll give you guys a walkthrough of what I do every single month with my PCAP or personal capital tracker. The first one is understanding a spending review. What I do is I input all of my spending across the different buckets. And you can download your spending, whether it's on an app or you can download it directly from your credit card companies. And I take all my expenses that I spent and I put it into different categories. And I see if it was below or above or right at the budget that I set out intentionally for that particular category. And at the end of the month, I can see, oh, I spent way too much on movies or I spent way too much on clothes, so that going into the next month, I know how to adjust my behavior accordingly. So I never want to miss a beat, and I want to understand where all my money is going when it comes to non-discretionary spending. And then next is savings progress. Savings progress is important because I have monthly savings goals for every different type of thing that I'm looking to save for, whether a down payment for a car, down payment for a house, or a different new electronic or gadget, whatever that may be. I have savings goals, and I want to make sure that I track monthly savings progress of how I'm doing on those. So I simply just take my high yield savings account balances and I update that into my PCAP tracker just to see how much progress I'm making towards my savings. And then lastly, my investment performance. This is hyper important because I have so many investments all over the place. I have real estate properties all across the US. I have stocks, I have index funds, etc. But what I like to do is for my different investments, I like to track the latest mark or the latest market value of all of my investments to see overall, how am I looking? I take all my index funds and my stocks and I take the month end's stock price and I multiply that by however many shares that I own to see whatever my account value is on my public equity portfolio. For my real estate portfolio, I contact my brokers to say, hey, what are the latest comps in the neighborhood? How is my thing going to be priced? If I sell it today, what could I sell it at? So I can get a sense of what my value is for all of my real estate assets. And then for my private equity investments, I get reports all the time around how my private equity investments are performing as well. And then I input that all into to my investment performance, and that allows for me to see all of my underlying assets and where they're marked at. And if I do have liabilities, whether it's mortgages or other debt, I can put that in as well. And you just take your assets less your liabilities, and that gives you your net worth, so that every single month I have a pretty clear number of what my net worth is at the end of that month. And there you have it. That is my monthly review with my PCAP. And this is a pretty advanced file that I have that I manage and I update all the time. If you guys want this, make sure you guys check out my website at kennyfinance.com, and you can buy yourself a personal PCAP so that you can start using this to manage your money monthly and understand how you're doing towards your saving and investing goals as well. So make sure you guys go purchase that PCAP tracker. And there you have it, folks. It was payday. It was automated, and next thing you know, it's literally not in my hands, but it's in investment accounts, it's in savings accounts, or it's spent on things that I actually need. And that is the best feeling. You don't want to feel as if your money is sitting in limbo. You want to make sure that you give every single dollar a job. And in order to do that, you got to have a very sound payday routine. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys smash that like button. It means the world to me as well as the community. And I love that you are supporting yourself when it comes to making smarter money moves. And if you want to take your investing game to the next level and you don't know where to start, I made this video of how to invest for beginners. And I surveyed hundreds of millionaires and billionaires to ask them about their investment strategy. And I consolidated that into that simple video for you guys. So check that out. So I appreciate you guys rocking with us. Thank you for the time, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.